All right. Well, reps, first of all, congrats on an amazing start to the summer. I'll roll through some of our stats, but before I do, I just wanted to introduce Lacey. All of you know who Lacey is. I think she is VP of Sales Operations, and so I had her join me today in congratulating all of you on the tremendous success from May, and then giving a few pointers for June, a few reminders, things like that. So welcome,
Thanks,
Lacey.
It's fun to be here.
So May, what a start. Holy cow. I never expected us to do what we did in May, and that's a tribute to all of you. With the virus, now with riots, with killer bees even, we have had a sensational start to our year. In fact, Lacey, I was looking at the SciSense dashboard, and last week, so the week of Memorial Day, we had 8% more reps this year than last year. Do you know how many accounts more we sold?
Probably 20 to 30% more.
Yeah, we sold 30% more this same week last year. 30% more this year than the same week last year with only 8% more reps. So
Amazing.
That's incredible, right?
Yeah.
Something to celebrate. A couple of other high-level highlights. Our contract value last year was around 470.
70.
Yep. What is it this year?
490.
I think it's like 496.
Yeah.
495. Our multi-year last year was about 2.5%, 3%. This year it's all the way up to 19.5%. ACH is at about 17%. So every stat that we have right now is better. And to me, I just want to say well done. And I'm honestly, like, I'll tell you, when friends of mine say, like, how are you guys doing? I almost feel like a little bit
guilty.
Yep. You've probably felt it too,
Yeah.
because there's so much pain and suffering and tough times, and we're doing really, really well. That's not to say we don't have some challenges, right? And we'll go over some of them. So great job. Let's jump right into some stats though from 2020. So Lacey, hit us with our rookie reps. Obviously, we have some that are doing amazing.
Yeah, we have some rookies that are killing it. So our top 25 rookies, the lowest has done 66 accounts. So our top rookie, Renz Brewall, is serviced 125 in May. Unreal numbers for a rookie in the first month that we're knocking.
It's a 500 level.
Yeah,
as a rookie.
right out the gate. Number 2 rep, Alex Wilson with 121. Blaine Erickson with 110. Trenton Hatch with 103. David Christensen with 96. I mean, these are really high numbers, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
The rookies are killing it.
Amazing. So I want to say congrats to all of the rookies that are out there, especially those that were on this list. And just remember that oftentimes you can double in June what you did in May. And I don't know the stat, but what percentage of our rookies even started the first half of May?
Probably most of them didn't get out until the second or third week.
Exactly.
So
and many of them didn't get out until the third or fourth week even.
Yeah.
And so to have those types of numbers this early on is really cool. I'm going to just kind of go over the top 25 reps in May so you can see on your screen here all of the names. To be in the top 25, you had to have serviced a 122 or more. Once again, we didn't even have all of our experienced reps out in May, so pretty impressive to have this many reps over 122. Number 1, though, Jake West under Sam Swenson at 192. Number 2, Mr. Consistent, Brad Farr at 191 under Michael Payne. What have you noticed about Brad Farr's accounts, Lacey? I mean, you're deep into Aptiv Pay and just pay in general.
they're so consistent. Like it's every week it's the same, and they're so consistent.
and his contract value's high.
High.
His retention's high. His easy pay his easy pay
Pay.
percentage is high. His ACH is high. His multi-year is high. So, great job,
Shout out
Brad.
to you, Brad.
Number 3, Jackson Haight with 162. Brandon Bailey at 160. Brian Jang. Brian Jang is new to this kind of selling
Yeah.
level.
Yep.
So Brian's been a solid rep. But Brian, well done. This is big time. Dylan Kelly, 160. Davis Dixon, 157. Ashton Nielsen, 155. Jacob Earl, 154. So these are the top 10 experienced reps, all selling at a 600.
And shout out to
Level.
Gage on that. He was on that list in there.
Somehow
So-
I missed Gage.
But way to go, Gage.
Well, way to have Gage's back. Gage knows that there's no love lost that I have for Gage. So, good catch there. Let's jump to just the top 25 highest easy pay. And this list is pretty easy. How does it work, Lacey?
So Easy Pay is credit card and ACH, and it's been fun, as we've implemented some new Easy Pay and ACH changes this year to watch the reps adapt to it, and it's they're killing it. So really high numbers considering that we've had some challenges with our ACH accounts as well. But some of these people, everyone that falls in this list, if you can see on your screen, your Easy Pay is at 100%. So,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
So to make it onto the list, you had to have had, was it 25 accounts?
25 accounts minimum.
So it looks like there are about 74 reps who have at least 25 accounts that have not taken a single check yet.
Yep.
So really, really good job. Jump into the next category. This is, let's see, our top 25 24-month agreements. And once again, you had to have had at least 25 accounts to make this list. So, holy cow, Adam Robertson. I didn't know this until I looked at this right now. 91.38% on a multi-year with 58 serviced accounts.
Yeah, it's not like he only has 30 or 40
No.
accounts. He's over 50 for the
Yeah, he's
for the
selling.
month, and amazing. His multi-years.
Yes,
Killing
good
it.
night. And then we've got Robert at 90%. Oh man, can you say that name? Number 3.
Wanchi? Sorry if we slaughtered
Sorry
that.
if we messed it, but we are super stoked at that 87.5. Well done. Alex at 82%. Brandon at basically 81. Harrison almost 80. Nathan 79. Jacob about 77. Jonathan Escobar 76. This is awesome. And not only are these reps making a lot more, it's critical to the success of the company. I just want to kind of help you understand why multi-years mean so much to us. We went back and looked at 2018 retention, 12-month versus 24-month. And if the account was on a 24-month agreement, it was 30 percentage points better from a retention standpoint.
Just great for the business.
It's amazing for the business, which obviously is better for the reps, better retention, makes the company more valuable. Those who have a long-term interest in the company, obviously care about that as well. So great job on the 24-month agreements, and I hope you'll keep it on your minds and keep pushing for it. Kind of moving to the top 15 teams from a volume standpoint. Why don't you hit us with these, Lacey?
Yeah, so shout out to Houston South, Chandler Smith's team.
Region. Yes.
1595 for June, which is amazing.
May.
Or for May, yeah. They're
Yep.
getting out there, knocking the doors. It is awesome. So South Houston Central, Sam's team, is at 1583. Orlando South with Tosh's team is at 1348.
Let's just stop for a second. That means in Houston, we've put on, in a month, 3,200 accounts, which is more than a lot of our competitors.
Right.
So 2 branches, 1 month, 3,200 accounts. Really, really cool.
Salt Lake Central, Donnie's team has done 1294, and Cleveland West, Mitch Fry's team, did 1277. And we should note that the Cleveland team got out really late, so even getting out a couple weeks later than some of these other teams crushed it. South Houston East, Sam's team, did 1265, and Cleveland South, Mike Payne's team, did 1118. San Antonio West, Chandler's team, 1072. And we'll just talk about Fort Worth South, Damon's team, at 1045.
So really cool numbers. I mean, there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 teams that did more than 1,000 in May. Many of these teams didn't work all of May, didn't have all of their reps out. So super impressive production. Jumping to teams or reps that had double digits on Saturdays. I like to point these reps out just because Saturdays are critically important. Number one, you end your week strong so that you can say, yeah, I put everything I could into the week. You don't cut the race short. But even more importantly, you want to have a big Saturday so that you have momentum going into the next week. And I know when you were over at Vivint, they knock all day on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Why?
More people are home. You know, they get to talk to more people that are decision makers, and then it's their biggest day for numbers. So.
Exactly. So my point with Saturdays is, if you're going to slack on another day, not a Saturday, because your bang for your time is greatest on a Saturday because you are talking to more people. So why do you want to slack on the day where you have the chance
to sell more accounts?
Yeah, exactly. And if you're not where you want to be, consider working longer Saturdays. I do think there's something to be said about getting off the doors and having a fun Saturday evening and whatnot. But if you've got some bigger goals, consider working longer on Saturdays. So congrats to these reps who have hit double digits on a Saturday, and I hope a bunch more jump on that in the future. So our top 5 producing regions, I'll just hit these really quick as well. Congrats to Damon Lilly, who right now has the most accounts as far as accounts that tied directly to him as a regional manager. Chandler Smith coming in at number 2, Sam Swenson number 3, Donnie Moser number 4, and Mitch Fry number 5. And the thing that's exciting to me about those 5 names is it shows kind of like the up and coming, like big time leaders.
Yeah.
We're all used to the Chase and Kyles and Connors and Tosh and Kevins and all these other people who've had success a long time here. It's really exciting to see some new names on this board. So well done, guys. Target contract value. I wanted to show a little bit of a different stat here because it's one thing to have the highest contract value if you're in White Plains, right?
Right.
Where pricing is higher versus maybe, I don't know, Salt Lake City where pricing is a little bit more aggressive. But just because you have the highest contract value in a high contract value branch doesn't necessarily mean you're doing a good job with pricing. So for example, if you're in, let's say, Dallas, Texas, and your contract value is $550, that might be better than a rep that's in White Plains, although COVID shut down White Plains, but in theory, White Plains that's at $600 because their target was maybe $580. So take a look at these names because these are the people that are really leading the company when it comes to contract values. So hit us with the top 10, Lacey.
So Sebastian Barreto, Jacob Ellsworth, Logan Porter, Nicholas Andre, Curtis Mayberry, Parker Townsend, Cameron Olson,
If you need your car wrapped, he's your man.
Yes, he is. Raimondo and then Kelty Walker are our top 10. So it's been fun to see contract value go up this year.
Yeah, so all of these reps are 20% or more above the target contract value. And you can see the locations: DC, Louisville, Columbus, Kansas, Phoenix, Houston, San Diego, Fort Worth, Columbus. So it's all,
It's across the board.
yeah, it's all across the nation. And that's the point. The goal now is, yeah, you want to have as high of a contract value as you can. We want to reward the people that are beating the target contract value. So well done to each of you. So Lacey, the club prizes, you have an update on them?
Yep, so all of the club prizes are in and they will ship this week for anybody who has hit 20, 30, 40, and 50 club. So those will all go out this week. Should be at your branch early next week.
How many reps have hit the various levels at this point?
So we had 351 reps that have hit the 20 club. We have 90 that have hit 30 club, 36 that have hit 40 club, and 11 that have hit 50 club.
Awesome.
Big numbers.
Awesome. Well done to all of you who have hit the various clubs. What are the prizes for the various clubs?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna ask me that.
Should we look at the
Yeah.
Tiled app? So this is a good infomercial for Tiled. If you ever need information like what are the club prizes, if you go into Tiled, go to the general news, click on club prizes, boom, there they are.
Boom. So 20 week is a custom hat. It's black and it's actually really cool. It's got this inner cinch so you don't have like a snapback or anything. The 30 club is a polo, a black knocking polo, so you can use this summer. 40 club is a white embroidered windbreaker kind of jacket.
Okay.
And then 40 club or 50 club is a black Apple band with a custom active. It's the Apple Watch with a branded band.
Awesome. Cool. So make sure you get those clubs, earn those clubs, and those prizes are going out soon. And by the way, check out the general news. We also put stat updates, and there's a calendar and a whole bunch of other helpful stuff. So I think that's the main stats we wanted to cover.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other great stuff going on in the company. We just don't have time to get to all of it. With the rest of our time, there's a few reminders we want to throw out there, and then I might have a few tips for June. So, Lacey, you've got the whole sales force. She has to deal with all of the logistics behind getting you paid and getting you your prizes and getting you your shirts. I mean, anything that has to do with supporting you, Lacey and her team are in charge of. So, is there anything you want to point out to
Yeah.
the reps right now?
So just a plug for Kickstart, make sure that you guys have hopped on and finished everything for that. We would hate to have you guys waste any time not knocking doors because we have to pull your sales access. So get your Kickstart done. It's important to get you guys paid right and get you in the system accurately. If you're wondering about your accounts that are maybe missing on ActivePay or in Stats, get with your branch manager and have them check your pest routes ID. That's usually the number one thing that's caused problems with accounts. So
And one thing that I'll say on ActivePay, it's a super complex piece of software. It's totally custom, and it's a tool that nobody else has. I know, like, for
amazing.
example, Vivint didn't have anything.
yeah, I
like
mean their
that.
reps have zero visibility to pay. So it's been fun to come over here and see, that we have something where reps can log on and see their accounts and what they're getting paid on everything.
And so I guess my point a little bit with it is, bear with us. We know that from time to time there's some complications, but we're trying to be as transparent as possible. And sometimes I think in my brain, well, geez, if we didn't have ActivePay, if we didn't show anyone anything, then no one could complain.
Yeah.
But the reality is we're trying to show more, and we have a full dev team working on it all the time. I'm involved in a couple meetings a week, and ActivePay comes up. So it is definitely on our radar, and we're going to keep on improving it for you.
Yeah.
Any other things?
I think just make sure you get on and do your lesson lead trainings. There's a few key lessons that from HR and compliance standpoint, we would really love our reps to have completed to be on the doors and working for us. And so it's a little bit new this year and a little bit of a kind of a change, but get on and get those, 5 key lessons done. So.
Well, and shoot, of course, get those lessons done, but really spend time on the actual training lessons.
Yeah.
Lauren, our learning and development manager, spent a tremendous amount of time producing those lessons, and they're an amazing tool for you if you will use them and learn from them. So anything else?
Utilize Guru Stats, any of those sales pitch, the switchover pitches. We're working on getting new ones up as quick as we can, and so make sure you capitalize and use those and watch them.
Yeah, so Sully's will be up any day now, and we're going to be releasing one a week for the foreseeable
Summer.
future. So just a few things from me now, and then we'll end. First of all, you kind of heard me talk about 8% more reps, 30% more sales. We were able to get reps out to area a lot sooner than what we were anticipating, which is an awesome thing. Where it's not awesome is staffing. And so we are very, very aware that many of our branches need more service pros. And the only reason I bring that up is because I need each of you to know that we are on it and we're working to hire like crazy. The awesome thing about Aptiv is we sell, and we sell a ton. Selling a ton, though, has its challenges, and managing staffing is one of those. But we are very aware, and we will get staffed properly. And I appreciate you putting us in this position by selling so many accounts.
Good problem to have.
Right. Also, I know that right now many of you are running into customers that are having a tough time getting through to our call center. Overall, our call center is going to be an amazing thing for our customer base. It allows for unified training and a better customer experience. With that said, we don't really know what happened, but something happened about a week ago where our call volume tripled. We were getting about 3,000 calls a day, and that jumped to 9,000 calls per day. Something that we could not have predicted, but we are on that as well. And we have some really good solutions. And so you should see, and our customers should see, a lot of relief in that area. So once again, I don't want any of you to think that we're unaware or that our head is in the sand and that we're not trying to address it. Having a lot of customers is, once again, a great problem to have, but it comes with its challenges. So last couple things for me. At the very back of the training manual, there's just the normal approach, and there's the switchover approach or switchover script. If you are a rookie rep and you are struggling, simply memorize those scripts. I have run into reps and trained with some reps where it was really clear to me that they were not aware of the script at the back of the training manual. That script is tried and true and proven, and if you follow it, you will sell, like without a doubt. Do not overcomplicate the training by working outside of the script. As always, if you're struggling selling, one of the best things you can do is slow down, be conversational, smile a little bit more, and head nod. When you head nod, though, there's a huge key, because if you just nod your head constantly, number one, that's awkward. But number two, the purpose of a head nod is to get the customer to agree with you. So at the end of your head nod, you need to pause for a second and let the customer
Acknowledge that head nod.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're not getting anything out of that process. Couple last things. The cup. We obviously wanted to start the cup several weeks ago, right?
Right.
But we haven't been able to because teams have been moving all around. When are we thinking we can start, Lacey?
I think for sure in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, we'll get it going as soon as we possibly can, but we just want to make sure teams are settled before we start it. So I would say not this Monday, but the next Monday for sure.
Awesome. So you can continue to look out for your dinner goals and the other incentives that we're doing as opposed to the actual matches. And the regular season of the Cup will obviously be a little bit shorter, but the playoffs will not be
Still the same.
affected at all. So lastly, just thank you for all that you're doing. And I totally understand that this has been not a normal year, I understand there's been some new systems and some new processes and some changes with Street Smarts and, you know, a few extra complications. And I'm just super proud of how we have, as a company, have responded
Yeah.
to sell more for more, given everything that's going on in the United States and the world, is just incredible. And I'm super proud of you. Now, here's the thing that I know. During the month of May, you're kind of running off of, this is new, it's exciting. Once June hits, it can get a little bit more challenging just because you're tired, right?
Yeah. Hotter, a little bit more mundane.
Exactly. So here's my tip. Take it a day at a time. If you think about your summer in terms of, man, I've got to do this all the way until the end of August, that can be super overwhelming.
Yeah.
So what I would do when I was selling is I would say, hey, like, I'm just going to do my best today. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but today I'm going to do my best. And then what do? You wake up the next day and
You're next to the day, and then you focus on the Saturday, and then pretty soon you're into a new week.
exactly. Sometimes during the day, though, you just have to say, you know what, I'm going to do my best until lunch. Or you might have to say, you know what, I'm just going to do my best this next hour. And if you get really desperate, it's like, I'm going to do my best
The next 30 minutes.
the next 30 minutes or on this knock. And then you keep repeating that to yourself over and over and over again until you get to the end of the summer and you can say, you know what, I gave tremendous effort. Many of you have heard me say this over the years if you've been with me for a while. Yeah, when I sold, the money I made was exciting. And I loved that feeling of knowing at a young age I had some financial security. But honestly, the best part of the summer for me was always driving back to school at the end of the summer, because I felt this overwhelming, number one, gratitude for the job, but number two, all of this self-confidence that I could do really hard things. Don't rob yourself of that feeling by not giving everything that you've got. I promise you'll value that feeling more than even the money that you make. So with that, go have a killer June, and we'll do this again in about a month. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.